How's it going to YouTube? You got Pat Mack here, coach of the Sacramento Sandslash. We're back with week 2 in the Sinners Draft League, playing up against TerraCroc, coach of the Might Mareanies. You can see his team down below, and you can see our team up above. I actually switched up the ordering a little bit from how I had it set up last time. I previously had them in the order that I had picked them. And I was thinking about it, and I think that it would actually be kind of cool to organize them by speed. So our fastest Pokemon, Cinderace, is on the left side, and our slowest Pokemon, Slowking, is on the right side. And then same for him. His fastest is Weavile, and his slowest is Melmetal. So I think this is kind of a nice way to keep an eye and look out the matchup, so we can kind of see what speeds do we need to be concerned about. What are we looking to speed creep? What do we not care about speed creeping? And kind of make our picks from there. So the 6 Pokemon we're planning on bringing are above there. We got Raikou, Celesteela, Clefairy, Clefable, Drapion, Cinderace, and Landorus Therian. And then the 6 that I'm expecting him to bring are Mew, Hitmontop, Primarina, Weavile, Melmetal, and Dracology. I actually think that all of his Pokemon could potentially come. I could see a case for all of them. They all have some kind of role that they could play in the matchup, so if I'm wrong on all 6 of these, I would not be surprised. Well, I would be surprised if he doesn't bring Weavile. I think Weavile is really good against our team, so I think that's one that he's kind of got to bring. But after that, like, he could do so many different things with his team, so it's a pretty interesting matchup. I'm interested to see what he actually brings and how we end up playing this match out. So our general game plan is to set up Stealth Rock. He's got a lot of Pokemon that are weak to Rock, so if we can take advantage of that, then we're in a pretty good spot. And then our Celesteela has Rocky Helmet, so we're planning on getting a lot of Rocky Helmet chip. He's got a lot of multi-attackers with Triple Axle on Weavile, Hitmontop, and then the Double Iron Bash from Melmetal. So if we can get some Rocky Helmet chip onto those Mons, then we're looking our like threatened Pokemon with the Raikou and Cinderace become a lot stronger. And then he's kind of got to choose between bringing protective pads to stop the Rocky Helmet chip, because I just think like when you look at his team, I think he's got to bring protective pads on some of his Mons. Otherwise, like, Rocky Helmet just makes sense against what he's got. So I think he's got to choose between the protective pads, or he's got to choose between heavy duty boots. So he's going to get chipped one way or the other is basically what's going to happen. So and if we can get some knockoffs to get rid of those items, then we're looking real good. His Mew could be anything. Like, I'm so scared of that mon. It's got so many different set of options with like Nasty Plot and Calm Mind and Dragon Dance, and it's probably got Swords Dance too. I don't know. It's got everything. So I'm a little scared about what he could bring there. Drapion is our check to that. We have Whirlwind, so if he tries to do some setup shenanigans, like maybe tries to go for like a stored power kind of set, then we can just Whirlwind him out and get that out of here. So that's but it is definitely something that I'm scared of. If our Drapion goes down for whatever reason, like we misplay with it or whatever, then Mew could come in and clean up with some kind of set. Just depends on what he's got going on. And then we have some pretty good offensive threats with Raikou and Cinderace. They're both 4 moves with momentum, so we can get in, threaten something to get out, and then U-turn Volt Switch to gain some momentum for us, and really just threaten his team and kind of keep him on the back foot. Our Clefable this week is going to be our Witch Passer. We just want to make sure that we keep our defensive Mons healthy, and we want to keep our offensive Mons healthy. So Clefable's just there to keep everyone alive and switch in to maybe take some hits and set up Stealth Rocks and so on. So we're gonna go and cut here, and then good luck, have fun to TerraCroc, and we'll be back with the match. Okay, we're back in looking at team preview for our battle up against TerraCroc, the coach of the Might Mareanies. Okay, so he's got most of the stuff that we thought he would bring. He does not have Hitmontop, and he does not have. So he has Archeops instead. And he's also got. Oh, no Primarina. Okay, I'm a little surprised by that one too. And instead he has. Okay. Instead he's got the Rotom. Build refrigerator. Okay, so I think one thing I want to keep in mind is he could be Scarf on Archeops or Rotom. I think I'm going to lead with our Landorus. If he has the Rotom lead, then I'm going to look to just switch out immediately. I'm not going to try to U-turn. I'm interested to see how fast he is really one of my concerns. So good luck, have fun to TerraCroc. Should be a good game. Start with to kind of see. Expect his okay, starts with the. Okay, so we're our plan is to deal with this with our Drapion, so we're just gonna switch out right away, see what he wants to do. He could be all sorts of different kinds of sets, so no reason to stay in and take like a random Ice Beam or something along those lines. So we're just gonna switch in. Alright, Drake down and go from there. I wonder what kind of set he is. So he could be. He's so weird. There's so many different things that he can do. Okay, and he brought the Dragalge, so I don't necessarily want to set up Toxic fights. Let's just go for a knockout. Let's just get rid of his item, and then I kind of expect that he would want to switch here, just so he doesn't take a bunch of damage on this thing. Although we're burned, so it's not going to be very much damage at all. We're also not very damage invested in our Drapion. Like, 0 attack EVs. Okay, alright, so he's got more of a supportive Mew. Okay, that's really nice. And he's got Color Band. Okay. Well, that'll loosen the damage, but now we know he doesn't have any items. We have Stealth Rock on our side, so we'll have to see what we want to do to get there. We can play him up there, though. I don't think I've got any hazard removal this match. So, okay, so we're just going to play around around the rocks. I think, God, do I want to set the Toxic Spikes? I don't think the Dragalge would want to come in against this, so maybe I could get something poisoned. Yeah, I think I can just kind of sit in front of this thing. So let's go and set up some Toxic first, actually. Okay, so he'll get rid of our Berry. That's fine though. Okay, so I think now he's got some more incentive to bring in Dragalge. So I think expecting that. Actually, let's go and set up another one. This could be really easily switched into though. We don't really have yeah, we don't really have anything that is gonna hurt the because I think he could switch into Clubkey here, since we've set up some spikes, but okay, so it's good to know. So he has, on his Mew, he's got Knockoff, Rocks, and my guess is he's actually got like EW. I bet he's got like Soft Boiled as his last move. Okay, so in that case, we're kind of gonna really get something. I'm just gonna set up some more, another round of spikes, and then let's bring in. This is a really weird start to the map. This is not quite how things we're gonna start out at all. But knowing that his Mew is a defensive pivot and not offensive is pretty good for us. Yeah, we got 2 layers of spikes over there. So, I could just whirlwind them out. We could get really unlucky and hit the Druidology, or we could hit something else that we'd rather be up against. Actually, in this case, let's go ahead and bring in, no, we could just set up our own rocks. Although that really invites the Druidology in. Maybe we're better off going with... I don't really want to have those either there. So let's go ahead and bring in Dana. This likely means that he's going to bring in his Druidology, but I think that's going to be okay. This isn't going to bring any damage though, so I'm not too worried about this at all. I think in this case, we're just going to set up... Yeah, we're going to set up some of our own. Because we know that, Taunt. Okay, Taunt is his last move. Okay, so he doesn't have any healing moves at all. In that case, any damage that I get out on this thing is free, because he can't heal it back up. He's got no wish support on his team, so we're in a super good position. I'll just keep chipping at this thing. Okay, and there is the Druidology. Okay, so we kind of assumed that would happen. So that's going to get rid of the poison spikes that we left. But I can also just heal up all the damage that our Drapion took. Okay, now that I have this in, now we have some other options that we can play around with. So I think in this spot, yeah, we're gonna look to switch out. I don't really want to take any big hit from this. Yeah, let's go and bring in Ronaldo here. Now we can start really getting in some damage here. Just see what he wants to do now. His best thing to bring into this is probably Archeops, is my guess, is what comes in here. But now that we got past the stalemate that was going on, I think we're going to be at a better spot. Because it wasn't actually bad for us, but it wasn't great either. Oh, you're going to give me this? Why would you bring this in? I mean, there's no way you want to stay in, right? Okay, yeah, we're gonna U-turn out. I don't think he wants to stay in against the Cinderace. I'm kind of surprised this even came in at all. Okay, and then we know their dog used that book then. He could... Okay, so he saw that I took no damage when I came in from Rock, so he might just think he wants to hit this with a knockoff. Okay, well, I avoided it. But that's unfortunate for him, but that puts me in... Wow, that took so much damage. He could have just died there. Like, if I'd used Pyro Ball, he would have just been straight up dead. So now we'll bring in Buffon. Now we'll bring in our Celesteela. And I'm not really sure what you want to switch into this. So we'll, I mean, I don't see any reason not to just go for a Heavy Slam. Like, my guess is that Mew comes in against this, but then, like, we're still in a pretty good spot. Okay. Yeah, he'll end up dying to Rocky Helmet. Okay, so we got the first KO of the match. So we have, Celesteela, okay, and that's really nice. And the Weepile really just wasn't able to get anything done against us. And believe that was first KO of the match here, so he's down to 5. We've got a fair amount of damage on the now, unfortunately. Okay. And we definitely want to switch out on this. Fully expecting a Thunderbolt and don't want to take any of that. So we'll just switch into Milner here. I don't imagine that will take very much damage from like a lightning Volt switch or Thunderbolt maybe. We'll have to see. Yep, there's a Volt switch. Okay, and then expecting him to bring in Dragology would be my guess. I would expect that he'll flip turn, kind of similar to what he did last time. That did quite a bit of damage too. I would guess that he's like a Scarf set. It's just my full expectation. He could bring in Velma over too. I wouldn't really want to see that either. Yep, he brought in Velma. That's not what I wanted to be up against either. God, I'd love to bring in our Celesteela, but I just know that this thing does so much damage. What do we really need Drapion for? Probably not a whole lot more, right? Like, I just expected the Blind Bash to come out here. I mean, actually, if that's the case, we could bring in, yeah, we could bring in and get some Intimidate on him. Yeah, let's bring Landorus in. I think that's a better call than Celesteela, because Celesteela's got a lot of damage on it, so I'd like to get an opportunity where I can Wish Pass over to it, or I could set up a Leech Seed on something. So this Intimidate should be nice for us. Let's see what he goes for here. Goes for a Thunder Punch. Perfect. Okay, so we're in a great spot. So it looks like he was expecting Celesteela to come in against this. And this puts us in a pretty good spot. Now that it has an Intimidate drop, and he's got a couple of... he could have Ice Punch, so that's something that I want to be aware of. And he's got a couple of Mons that resist our Earthquake right now, so I'm just going to go for a U-turn. Let's just kind of pivot around this a little bit. If we can get some more Intimidate drops... Okay, perfect. So he withdraws. So this will give us some momentum here. Okay, this is your playing against this. Okay, probably looking to get like a... oh wow, that does so much. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, that's a crit. Okay. That was more than I thought it would be. Okay, so in that case, let's bring in Ronaldo, because a U-turn will now KO this Mew. And so we're just going to go for a U-turn here. We know we're going to be faster. Perfect. And then he's going to have to bring something in unless he wants the Mew to go. In which case, we'll just pivot around a little bit more. And having this gone will be really nice, because that'll get rid of the Will-O-Wisp pressure from him. And the taunt too, actually. That would be nice to get rid of that, so then we can get some healing going on with our Clefable without having to worry too much about it. Yep, okay, so he's just going to do this to us. Okay, so he... And so without you, Drapion is more expendable. I mean, I've felt like it was expendable ever since I realized that it wasn't a huge damage threat. So we're just gonna bring our Drapion in. My plan is to just kind of take whatever hit he comes in with and go for a knockoff. If it lives the hit from whatever he brings, awesome. If it doesn't, then no big deal there either. Yeah, the Archeops would be... Okay, that's the Archeops. Okay. Cool, so I'm kind of expecting to die here. Potentially from like a head smash or something like that. I'm not too worried about it. I'm planning on sacking this because I want to see what move he's on. So we're just going to go for a knockoff here. used Life Orb. Okay, that's good to know. So the Archeops is Life Orb. Okay, so we're just gonna get rid of whatever item he decides to bring in. I wonder if he thought that was gonna be a KO. Because letting me keep this means that I now have it as a potential sack. Which would be kind of nice, actually. That'd be really good. And knowing the Archeops is Life Orb means that I know it's not going to outspeed Cinderace, which is also going to be really good for us. Won't outspeed Cinderace, won't outspeed Racket either. So we should be in a pretty good spot here. Okay, cool. Let's get rid of this item. What did he have in? He had Choice Band. Okay. Cool. And we live on 1. Oh my god. Well, let's go ahead and set up. I'm just gonna let this die. We are faster, so we're just gonna set up a layer of Toxic Spikes, and then when this dies, we'll bring in something that pressures the Dragalge, so that he doesn't feel free to just bring that in. Okay, there's a okay. So since he's Choice Band, it means he's got enough plug move, right? So if that's the case, then oh man, we could go with we could go with Ronaldo to put in a lot of pressure. We could also bring the Buffon in, and Flamethrower. I wonder what Flamethrower does too. A Melmetal. Maybe it's enough? I don't know. I mean, the whole plan was to be able to have this as the check for it. So I think this is what we're gonna bring in. Yeah, this is what we're gonna bring in. I don't think it's gonna be enough to kill. Oh, right, we do take that. And in fact, I'm actually gonna switch out. We're gonna bring in the Landorus here. See if we can get another Thunder Punch. But I think getting that damage up is gonna be better. Because I think a Thunder Punch could KO me here. And I'd like to keep Celestia around. Oh, he switches out too. Ooh, that's nice. Even his energy. Okay, that's super good for me. So I could probably take a flip turn hit and still live, which would be a possibility here. So I could go for like a Sword Stance. I don't think Earthquake is the right play here. He's just got too many good options still. So we're just gonna go for a U-turn. I'm expecting him to flip turn as well. I kind of want to bring in Fable. Yeah, because he doesn't want to take a U-turn or Earthquake. Okay, yeah, so we can get some damage out on this. Yeah, and we're going to bring in Clefable. I'm going to see if I can get a Wish Up. I think that's going to be the way to go. Because I'd like to get some more health back on the Celesteela if I can do... Ooh. Or we can just hit it super hard. Yeah, let's do that. I like this idea way more. So I was thinking I could get some more health back on Clefable, but we can also just go for a Volt Switch and we can kind of get him in this really difficult to deal with scenario here. So let's go... We shouldn't have anything that's faster. Unless this... Yeah, let's go for a Discharge actually. Okay, and he switches up. So I think we can start to break this thing down a little bit more now. Oh, that took no damage. I think we might have taken more damage than they did. Yeah, we don't really have anything to threaten this, so we're going to Volt Switch out. And I think at this point now we'll go into... ooh, okay, this could be a good opportunity for us to get into Celesteela and get a Leech Seed up. So let's go with that. My guess is that he flip turns. Like, Raikou just doesn't have anything that really threatens Trilogy, which is one of the reasons I thought he was going to bring in. Flip Bomb. Okay, yeah, we're good. I wonder if he thought we would bring in Clefable. Okay, this is great for us, so we're going to get a Leech Seed up. Oh wait, man, I really hope he doesn't flip turn out, because that would mean this Leech Seed doesn't do anything for us. Thunderbolt. Oh, it's Thunderbolt. Oh, we dead. Yeah, we hecka dead. Okay. I guess I could have took a second there to figure out what kind of moveset he had. Maybe using Protect would have been a better call there. Okay, so we know he's Sludge Wave, or Sludge Bomb, right? A couple other moves. Let's bring this in. That's unfortunate, because that was one of our checks to Melmetal. So let's go. I kind of want to switch stance up. U-turn's probably way better to play though, right? Yeah, U-turn's probably better to play. He's got to switch out, right? Oh, he stays in. Okay. We'll get some damage on this. And then, oh, we also have Strike Beyond. Forgot about that one. Guess we're gonna have to try it. Yeah, I think this is the play though. Oh man, this might be not be a good call. We could take a lot of damage from this. Him getting that priority there, really unfortunate for us. Oh. Ooh, are you stunned? You're Scarf, you might be able to deal. You might be able to deal enough to KO me with like a Thunderbolt. I mean, if not Parabol, just murder you. But then I don't really have any way to deal with the Melmetal. So I think I'm just going to go into Milner, and let's get a Wish Up. Yeah, I've been trying to get this. It's really unfortunate. God, I really want to bring in Landorus to, well, actually Landorus could be able to take care of the Melmetal. It might have been worthwhile for me to actually just go for some damage with the Cinderace. Oh, this is so unfortunate, because he's 100% going into a different move. Let's go and Wish Up right here. If he goes for a U-turn, yeah. I'll get the recording up. Okay, so if Clefable goes down here. Okay, and we're gonna bring in our Landorus, and I think at this point we're just gonna try to do try to get some more damage here. With that Intimidate drop, we should be able to live any hit he wants to take. And yeah, so we're just gonna go for a rock slide here. Landers is pretty good against the rest of the stuff he has on his team. So my hope is that I'm actually able to get some more damage in throughout like rock slides and earthquakes. Okay, that's fine. Do you bring in the rotom? In such a scary position right here. I think at this point we just gotta get some damage out. Enough for the KO? It is. Alright, there we go. Oh, we got a crit. I feel that probably. I don't think I was gonna KO it there. Okay, Cinderace is going to be faster than everything here, and it has something that hits all of them. Except for maybe the Archeops, but we should be able to deal a lot of damage here still. Either way. So I think I'm going to look to... Oh, and now I have Raikou for the Archeops. Okay, cool. So in this case, okay, so he knows he's faster. Momo's gone. Yeah, we're just gonna go for a rock slide. Let's see what he goes for here. Oh wow, we're lucky we avoid it. This should be a KO here. Yep. So we get the KO on Archeops. And now there's some ones left. Okay, so I wonder... God, if he didn't bring the Rotom in there, then I want to say it's not Scarf. Because if it was, he would have 100% brought it, right? Because it'd be faster, and a Blizzard definitely KOs. Yeah. Okay, so now that it's in, I do want to make sure that I preserve some health on my other mons with this, so... I can't believe it does it quick, it's super effective. It's got freaking Levitate. Okay, and we're going to go for Rock Slide here. Could be, yeah, okay, he has Scarf. So that means he's got Blizzard as last move. We're hacking dead from that. There was no way we lived that. Okay, let's see. Alright. So now we just go Ronaldo. We click Powerball. Get a KO here, and then Zen Headbutt should be able to deal with the Dragovi. He is Scarfed, but Blizzard shouldn't do very much damage to us. And it misses, yeah. It's a low percentage accurate move. Like, I mean, 70 isn't particularly low, but not compared to like hundreds. Okay, so we get a KO there. And then, oh man, we really need this Zen Headbutt to be enough to KO the Dragovi. If it is, we win. If not, then Raikou cannot deal with this at all. So we 100% have to kill here. Otherwise, it's not looking so good. Okay. And there we go. All right. GG to TerraCroc. Thanks. Good game for him. Looks like there were a couple of unfortunate misses on his side of things, and some crits that kind of went lucky for us. But GG, good game, and thanks for sticking around to watch the game. Hope you have a fantastic time, and we'll see you again next week.